you don't have to look very far before you come into the terrible grief of our times, where this emphasis on production and development is, it's beyond encroaching upon nature. I mean, it's really dominating. And so many of us are so lonely. It's beautiful that we can come together under a teepee like this together, with so many kind hearts aligned in the same direction. But when we go back to our lives, a lot of us feel quite separated from belonging. Ram Dass tells this story. I think it's Ram Dass tells this story about, going to a dinner party. And, there's this feast of people all sitting together, having conversation. But the under-conversation is everybody asking the same question. What about me? What about me? What about me? And I think you could interpret this as a sort of an expression of the narcissism of our times, that we're so self-focused, that nature is treated as kind of a backdrop to the human drama. But I think there's another interpretation of the what about me phenomenon, and it is that there is this story needing to come through every person. Yeah? And so one of the great competencies of belonging is refining the quality of our presence such that we might listen for the secret aperture into what somebody loves, to open, to hold such a loving and caring presence for one another that the story might start to emerge, or the grief might start to flow. And this is the best way that a community can actually serve itself, by educing that story that is wanting to come through each individual. So presence. Yeah, and I don't mean, the kind of presence we have so much of is, I think it's Marion Woodman who calls it absent presence. It's like you're listening to somebody while composing your grocery list in your head, or, this. See couples going out to dinner and not even conversing with each other anymore, just kind of on their smartphones. There's this crazy paradox where we're so connected and yet so disconnected. So true presence, holding true presence for one another. Oh gosh, if we could all just do that for the people in our lives, it's a beautiful thing. And that's why I love dreamwork so much, because when you work with a dream, it takes you right into the heart of a person's longing. And there's nothing more beautiful than witnessing that unfold. And then if you're really lucky, that person will stay with the dream work for a longer course, and you'll see them unfold into their life of belonging. It's very hard not to be crying all the time. Usually I don't try not to, so.